Keith.
I'm Rogers.
This is Florida Cracker Chronicles. Episode
Ocho.
The Ocho.
That's 8 for those of you who don't speak Spanish, Espanol.
Buongiorno. So this episode, a little on the risque side. I don't know about you guys, but
Risque
yeah.
or risque?
Apparently, Southwest Florida. I don't know about other parts of the state. We have a lot of swingers in the area, and we are here to raise awareness about that.
Swingers?
Yeah. As in 2 dudes, 1 girl, or 1 girl and 3 dudes, or
The
2
type of
girls
people who,
and
like,
1 dude.
You go to a party with your spouse and you put your keys in a bowl.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's like
That's
old,
what I think of. Yeah, that's like 1970s
that's
swinger
like
parties.
a very classic gentleman and womanly. Like,
you go home with someone else's wife or
Yeah.
husband. For the
I'm
night.
talking about good old fashioned. You meet a couple at a bar and you're like, hey, let's all go back and just bump uglies together, and one of us is gonna watch. And
Actually, I know it's like how it always goes down. The classic. This guy I know I'm friends with was at a bar, and this older couple kept buying his drinks, and all of a sudden he's like, "Do you want to go home with us?" Or like the older couple were like, "Do you want to like come back to our place?" And he was like, "Oh no, but thanks for the free drinks."
That's what, I was gonna say, like, it always starts off with, like, you meet someone, like, either the guy or the girl at the bar, and they're super nice, like, wow, they're really nice people, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, hey, this is my, like, partner or so-and-so. Oh, that's great, and they keep buying you drinks, and you're buying them drinks, and now all of a sudden you've been talking for, like, 2 or 3 hours, and I only know this in such great details because, like I said before, obviously, I'm a bartender.
We
Literally,
see it happen.
we get to watch and, like, study and observe this in real time. And we hear conversations, and we just hear the progression of, like,
Exactly.
what's going on with this, like, newly fermented, like, relationship with, like, person they just met, and now there's a couple, and they're all becoming best friends ever, and it goes down this,
And they try to get you to come home with them.
yeah. It's
And
like
you're
it's
like,
like
"Nah,
it's
bro."
like buttering the deal and then trying to seal the
Maybe
deal.
if he like hides in the closet.
Yeah,
Probably
that'd
not.
be cool.
I don't think I could do that.
Or if you're banging the guy's wife and he's
in
hiding
the closet
yeah,
with like through the blinds.
right, and you just see like an eyeball like kind of like peeking at you while you're
Night vision
yeah.
goggles.
And then he like yells like, "Stop looking at me!" But yeah, I've been propositioned a couple times.
I never have. I know people who have. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, it's always sometimes it's gotten to the point where like a girl's at the bar and she starts off like by herself and she's super like.
How old were
like,
these people? Like, was she hot?
Sometimes they're in their 40s to 50s, and then one time this caught me off guard. It was like a young couple, like early
really?
30s, late 20s.
Younger.
Yeah, and it was like I was saying earlier. This girl was like kind of like hitting on me, really flirtatious. I'm like, I told her I was like, you're coming off really strong. I was bartending at the time. I was like telling her, I'm like, you're very forthcoming, and you're putting yourself way out there, and that's kind of like a red flag. And she goes, oh, you don't like women like that? You can't handle women like that? I'm like, no, I can handle whatever. It's just there's something about you, and I'm gonna find out.
Something's not adding up here.
I was like, I'll figure it out, but I know like you're up to something, and I'm not down with whatever it is.
You know
like,
how girls flirt, and then you know how, like,
yeah, there's like aggressive flirtation. I guess like you can sense or smell a
versus
motive.
trying to just get you to
Yeah,
fuck her in front of her husband.
there's natural progression of a normal relationship versus like conversation, like flowing with conversation, where it can go wrong, and you're just like, all right, I disagree with you. Like, have a good night. Like, I think you're a dumb fucking person, and that's happened obviously plenty of times.
A bunch of times.
And or a person is like, they have this weird like, wow, I'm like really really into you, and you're like, we just met like 10 minutes ago. This is kind of peculiar, and then you find out later like, oh hey, by the way, like this is my husband. I'm like, oh okay, why? And they're like, oh well, like if you want, you can come back and like do whatever with us, and it's like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, now you lost me completely.
There's a dude, so at the place where we both worked, you both know. I'm not going to say the name. I had a friend who also worked there, and he got off of work. He was like flirting with this girl on and off, and then finally he got off of work and sat at the bar next door and had a drink. And then like some dude, I wasn't really paying attention, but like I knew he was sitting over there with this girl, and then anyway, she like went to the bathroom, and then the boyfriend came up, and then he was like, he must have been like, so she wants you to come home with us, bro. How, I mean, No thanks.
Rain check.
She was, yeah, we'll take a rain check. Maybe her.
Here's my
but
card. Call me.
Can you wait in the car?
That just dawned on me. So there's a couple regulars that come to the bar. Obviously, like, fucking trivial. Utter. They'd always show up like on the weekends because like they'd be out and about and bar hopping, whatever. And we knew of them and like their MO and like what they were about and like their swinger
No.
lifestyle. Yeah.
Pineapple folks.
So we had, I didn't know that was a thing. And
Is it upside down pineapples or just pineapples
I
in general?
don't know. Please comment.
Put it in the comments, please, because we
Enlighten
don't know.
us if you are about that life. We don't judge or care. It's just funny that like the recruiting.
I think it's very subtle.
I'm not
and,
saying
like,
I'm not saying they're one and the same, but it's like I've been approached by flat earthers, swingers,
flat earthers,
Scientologists.
Yeah.
Like it just I find it's amusing and comical, and I'll have a
I love
conversation.
how they're
with
all
you.
in the same like spectrum.
Just
flat earthers,
whatever.
swingers.
Yeah, no, like you want to come and approach me and like try and get me on board with something.
Like a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, and you go like in these roundabout ways of doing it. Like I'm all for it. I appreciate the tactics. I think it's funny and comical. Just to experience those kind of interactions and then find out like what your end goal agenda is. So I'm all for it. But I just call it what it is and how I see it, and that is what it is. It's you're trying to get me to come over and fuck your wife. I don't
in
know.
front of you sometimes. Dude,
Regardless of Scientology.
Well, like, no, hold on. There's a difference between. There's got to be a difference between swingers versus like a cuck.
Yeah, but I don't like the people that I've met. Like I don't know, dude. Like the guys that are the swingers in the couple. Last 2 times experiences, and I'll give a couple of like the inside
Like
of
you
the
were gonna
stories.
say last 2 seconds. I was like,
Oh,
how
yeah,
do you
no.
know that?
The last few times I was in one of these weird swinger situations. Now
He only lasted 2 seconds.
The guys give off those like cuck vibes. You know what I mean?
Like they want to be there.
The girl is always the super outgoing, forthcoming, aggressive one. Like she's like all about you, the guy that she met, and then you meet the guy. He's kind of just like, nice to meet you. Like fucking just.
Oh really?
Like bro,
because
you're-
he's just doing this to make the girl happy.
Yeah, like
he doesn't
oh,
wanna
you're
fuck her.
definitely the husband.
He's like, are you gonna fuck my wife?
yeah, and you can, yeah, it's like, bro, look in their eyes long
He's
enough.
like, please don't.
He's like,
What are you?
He's like, I really want you to do this, and I want to.
No,
yeah.
please don't.
I want to watch you fuck my wife.
Yeah, come over.
And of course, the girl is always. I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm sure it goes both ways. Like a guy wants to.
You know what? Props to you if you're down for that.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure there's. I know for a fact there's guys out there that want to have an open relationship with girls in their marriage or relationship, vice versa. Just in my experience, I've had aggressive females that are married come forth and tell me like they're the aggressive ones, like, or they're just putting it out all on the line, like, hey, like we like you, we would like you to come with us, and it's just like, I'm not. This is not like a flattery thing. Like by no means are these people like attractive or hot or just like a fetish of mine. Obviously I've turned it down.
It's not your fetish then.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
I guess I don't know. No, yeah, there's something about like having a weird cuck dude with like a soulless like face staring at me while I'm plowing his wife. It just doesn't get
Are we
me.
gonna be able to upload this on YouTube?
I hope so.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
It'll get demonetized.
Literally,
Don't worry.
fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Or we just like edit every single word, every other word. Dude, I want to put like a flashing like whatever like
Disclaimer.
yeah, we are not cucks.
Parental discretion is advised. That should go without saying on this
Oh my
podcast.
God. Yeah.
But
Parental advisory on the audio.
yeah.
So yeah, oh no, okay, so I was saying it earlier. So we had this couple that would come to the bar and
Regulars.
yeah, regulars, yeah, and we knew what their MO was. They'd meet people, like all the biggest schmoozers. They made friends with anyone. Like they're good at what they do. They're like car salesmen. Like they can sell you fucking ketchup flavored lollipop or whatever. And then you're like, yeah, I want to do that. So they would come, and one of our coworkers ended up being good friends with this one particular couple. And he was always like, yeah, like I know they're swingers, dude. I know, I get it. And I'm not with that. I don't do that at all. I just hang out with them a lot.
I'm not about that life.
Yeah.
Bro.
So he literally would hang out with them outside of work, like drinking and carrying on and going to their house and vice versa. But he always is just like,
He's denying.
Yeah,
it,
I don't
but
partake.
did he
Yeah.
really?
So it's like
Remains to be seen.
you do it. You hang out or affiliate with these people long enough, and you keep like defending yourself, saying like, "Oh yeah, I don't do that though." But I'm always with them. But I'm not about that at all.
I don't do it, but I'm always there. But I don't do it.
It's like, bro.
But I'm always there.
Yeah.
but I don't do it.
So I guess I never called him out. I never thought about it really because it was just so like ridiculous and absurd. I'm like, dude, you're not a swinger because you're with them all the time. He's like, no, never. I'm like, that's fucking bullshit, bro.
Fucking
But
schmucking swingers. I saw a TikTok the other day of this guy who like got home. He like opened the front door and was like, "Honey, I'm home." And then like his wife was at the front door and he's like, "Where is he? He hasn't left yet, has he?" And then they're like laughing about it because they're obviously swingers. And he's like, "Where's he hiding? I'm just not looking hard enough, huh?" And she's like,
you look up at the ceiling. He's like
Batman, yeah,
he's starfish in the ceiling.
yeah. Like Spider-Man in the first.
I had her use Gorilla Glue and all over the backside of my entire body.
He's like stuck hanging down.
Get on down here. I can't.
If you're the mistress, try
I'm like,
hiding in the ceiling.
That reminds me, my buddy was telling me that like he was trying like Tinder, one of those dating apps, and of course it's a complete blunder. Can't imagine why.
I feel like yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we've all been there. Don't worry about that. No.
It's like Tinder's trash.
It gets more depraved and dark and desperate than you know. No, but he was telling me that like he met up with this girl and she was super like attractive and awesome, like a 10, right? She's too perfect, too good to be true, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's like, damn, man. And then she mentions to him like at the end of the night or whatever, like just late in the game, where it's like, couldn't have told me that sooner. She's like, yeah, my husband and I are in like a poly whatever.
Yeah.
I want to say polygon, but that's not
Might as well
a polymorphic.
No offense if you're a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, but
anyway, yeah. So she said they're like a poly something, which is basically like an open-ended marriage where they consensually agree to go out and date and fuck other people like on the weekend, and then come back to their happy household.
And they have each other like during the week.
Yeah, and then they
it, like,
continuously do this thing.
A child swap.
What?
Like fuck other people on the weekend, but during the week it's just us.
You're trading places, but
Yeah.
like Dave Chappelle, like with your spouse and whatnot.
So
Yeah,
it
so
was a wife swap.
Yeah,
Way back in the day.
Yeah, wasn't that one?
That was
oh
a
my
show.
God, dude.
But it wasn't. That show wasn't sexual. That was about like.
Well,
just
and that's
throw
why this,
somebody's other mom.
then
into your
that's
family.
why this series didn't last. 'Cause
Yeah, I know they didn't.
we draw the line at sharing the same bed. You said we're swapping wives, dude. But yeah, so
they have like 2 single twin beds in the master bedroom.
Yeah, old school, like
Yeah.
religious folk. Yeah, so my buddy was just like telling the girl like, "Oh, this is a great evening. Like you're awesome." Up until you told me that last tidbit about you and your husband.
Ugh,
But like, enjoy your life.
wish you would have known that sooner.
Yeah. What's kind of, I don't know, man. It's like not being real with yourself if you want to get married, but still fuck around and find out.
And find out. That's
It's
that's like also.
Tell me you
how
have no
diseases
regrets
spread.
without telling me you have no regrets.
Or just tell me you don't want to be in a relationship
Yeah.
without like.
But stay in the relationship.
Yeah. I like you, but I want to fuck other girls. That's basically what that is.
I like the idea of being married to you, but I still want to go fuck like a
I
lot
don't
of girls.
understand it, but you know what? If that's
Yeah.
what you do and that's your thing, by all means, no judgment here.
And we can like take that like absurd notion of like our perverted like ideas and give them like sophisticated names, like the poly whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, you never heard of this? It's people are doing it.
And
Like,
then
no,
they're
dude.
like- Like.
There's like less than 1% of people in this region that are doing it, and it's you and your neighbors like that live in the trailer park. I don't know. I have heard that there's, I forgot where in Florida, it's like a retirement like community, or maybe it's a lot of retirement communities.
There's one around here.
They are retired, they all know each other, and they're all old. They don't give a fuck, and it's like obviously they're in like the twilight years of their life, like the later years of their lives. Like
Oh.
they don't give a fuck. They have nothing to lose, and
Yeah,
they're
fuck
still
it.
old people are horny, so I've heard. They still want to bang.
Viagra, Cialis.
Yeah, so they're literally just fucking each other's neighbors and wives, and like just having
That's
these
so
orgies
weird.
in these like retirement
I thought you were going to
communities.
talk about the nudist colony.
Oh, that too, but yeah, no, like there's like these retirement communities up and down like Florida where
Really? That's just all they do is
it's like
it's a home for
it's like
people who
common.
wanna...
No, like they all live there, but like this is a huge swingers like.
Wow, I've
Yeah.
never heard of that. I'll have to look into that.
That's what, yeah,
later
like
on
you would
in
think, like,
life.
oh, it's so absurd and like outlandish. But like, no, it's like, what else do really, really old people have to lose? And they're in a retirement
guess.
community. It's like, hey, you're retired, I'm retired, I want to bang your wife, I want to bang your wife. Let's have a party together. Like, let's get the whole block involved. And that's like literally how it.
It's like an old frat party.
Yeah, of
but instead of drugs and
but
alcohol, it's like
there's
milk of
definitely
magnesia
yeah.
and
Iron
vitamins.
supplements,
Yeah.
oranges and bananas.
The only pills they're popping are blue.
Yeah. Shit.
We go on for days about old people here in
Having
Naples,
sex.
especially. I don't know about old people having sex.
That's all I think about, bro.
That's something. That's what you think about.
Oh man. Oh, my dreams. They're not fucked up at all.
I don't know, man. I was just thinking about old people fucking.
Yeah, right? I like to party.
I like to party. How do you, when you're
Shit.
watching TV, how do you control the volume on the stereo? Why do you want to watch the TV and the stereo at the same time?
I like to
'Cause
party.
I like to party.
So yeah, that's one awkward scenario.
There is a
situation.
nudist colony out here, though.
I think there's a couple. I think we talked about it prior.
We probably talked
Yeah.
about it.
If we haven't mentioned it or said it before, lanyards are huge sellers in said communities because if your butt ass naked,
Oh, yeah.
where do you keep your cash and your credit cards?
Yeah, well, in your fucking butthole. In your,
yeah.
in your
I
snatch.
have to believe. I want to know now. Are nudist colonies, are they COVID conscientious? Like,
Can you wear a mask? in a
yeah,
nudist
does that
colony,
defeat
or
the
is
whole
that
purpose?
like-
Is that against your beliefs and or religion?
You're not allowed to wear clothes here, but you
Yeah.
have to wear a mask.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the thing.
Probably. So we don't spread disease,
All
even
right,
though
so
our genitals are out
masks
for the world to
and
see.
for COVID protection and lanyards.
What about like a nude beach? I guess you could like socially.
I would
do
love
those.
for someone to comment and be like, "Yeah, you jackass, you don't need lanyards. We hide everything in our assholes."
Yeah, we hide everything in
idiot.
our body cavities.
Oh yeah, you want my ID? Hold on.
It's attached to a butt plug. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Joke's
Off
on
the
you,
rails
bro.
here. Yeah, lanyards. I'm assuming some kind of like wicker basket that these people carry around. I don't know.
And
when
again,
I think of a nudist colony, I honestly just imagine like an African tribe. Where
Do you
everyone's
imagine
butt-ass
like
naked.
hot
No offense.
babes, like girls
No,
gone
no,
wild, like an
and
island, or do you, yeah? What
Maybe
do you
at
think
like
of?
a nude beach in like France.
I think of
but
old fucking saggy
Here,
bald
yeah,
dudes,
Yeah,
saggy balls,
people you don't want to see naked.
Right.
That's the only people you're gonna see.
and those are
naked
the
here.
ones that, for whatever reason, believe that they have to be naked 24/7.
Why I guess I
Yeah.
don't understand that. There's got to be some purpose behind.
I mean, I feel like the only purpose logically would be because no one's gonna pay them to do it, because
to
the
be
hot,
naked.
yeah, the hot attractive ones,
Oh,
they can sell and make money off of that, but ugly ones can't. So
Well, if there were like hot chicks in a nudist colony, then everybody would be a nudist,
right,
or hot dudes too if you're a girl.
yeah.
But I don't know what's
they're not gonna make
what-
money off that. So
We're gonna have to Google that. Why do people? What's even the purpose of a nudist colony? Like, what do they believe in? That they can't wear clothes.
all I know, I think
And, like,
I'm
how do
pretty
you-
sure we mentioned this before. But yeah, like they make fun of us for wearing clothes. Like we're like
Oh,
they,
we're the outcasts.
we're
but,
the
like,
simps. Like we're the
Yeah.
cucks in their narrative.
I guess so.
Yeah, like
No
they have.
offense if you're a nudist.
forgot
Say no
someone was-
offense
yeah.
a lot, but we're offending a lot.
Again,
of
I was
people,
having
probably.
I was having a conversation with someone at the bar, and they're like, "Yeah, I live in a nudist colony," but they didn't come outright and say that. But you put two and two together, like, "Oh, you live at like so and so out like in the sticks or whatever." Like, yeah, that's a nudist
That's what
colony.
they
Like
are.
yeah, I live in that area. I'm like, yeah, but you like described it to a T. So
I wonder if they look at us and they're like, the clothed.
and yeah, no, they have like he was telling me they have like this guy.
A
He,
word.
he was these words like, oh, like they're so and so
They're like
like
Amish. They're almost like
yeah,
fucking.
like shun the non-believers.
Exactly.
I'm like, dude, no one wants to see your ass naked. Like.
Nobody wants to see your old wrinkly.
The only ones that do are the
Self.
cyclists that ride bikes with their friends everywhere. So shout out to cyclists. If you're a cyclist, go fuck yourself and join a nudist colony because they walk around in their tight spandex clothes when they're not riding their bikes, and it's fucking gross.
I guess.
I've seen it. I didn't want to see it. I saw it. Can't unsee it, and it still happens to this day. But they get to walk around doing that. Go join a nudist colony and do it there.
I guess.
That's my rant on that one.
Now we know Steven hates cyclists.
Yeah, trying to enjoy lunch one day, like in a public restaurant like setting, and some guys walk around and you see his nuts like through his skin tight, like white fucking biker shorts,
Yeah.
and he's just walking around. I'm like,
My
bro,
man,
you are
those are a little too short.
you're exposing yourself
better hope there's
to
not a dog
everyone
around.
or a child to ask like, what the fuck are those? But yeah, no, because you're a cyclist, you can wear skin tight, revealing clothes as an old ass man with your wrinkly
That's what they
fucking
do.
yeah. As long as it's a sport, you're good, bro.
If it's a sport, it's
Hence,
okay.
yeah, hence men in speedos.
Oh, for swimming?
Yeah,
You
dude,
mean?
aerodynamic. What the fuck?
They also shave. Swimmers shave, don't they? Have to because like
Last
leg
time I felt a
hair.
swimmer. No,
I think the last time I
we need to
touched
bring
a
one on here.
swimmer's legs.
I would, dude. I'm gonna get so much like comment backlash, like homophobic shit.
That's what this
Yeah,
whole
this is where
episode.
this is going. Yeah.
The name of this episode should be
Right.
homophobes? Question mark.
Dude, I don't like cucks. I don't want to see old men's
We are not
balls.
homophobes. To throw that out there, we have gay friends.
Dude, we're so homophobic. No.
No, we have lots of gay friends, and we're okay with them being gay.
They're in the closet. No, that we don't know about yet. We have bets on.
The gay pool. Oh man, this
That
video's
should be-
getting taken down.
That should be a fucking Deadpool versus gay,
Gay
pool.
pool.
Why the fuck? Why are we not making a fucking comic book out of that?
Bro.
Yeah. Going to the whole getting paid for marriage thing too, or no?
Sure. Tell me about it.
Again, those
Did you?
This-
Where did this come from?
which part?
The
What?
getting paid for,
Oh
like
yeah.
the
Oh, so
marriage,
like,
I'll
yeah,
pay
like
you to
like I
marry
said
you.
earlier, like you get
like the Ukrainian women who would
yeah,
like,
you get in these
fuck
weird
to fly to America
conversations
right now. I bet
Yeah, like the flat earthers, the swingers, the nudists, like
mail order brides.
mail order. Not, I mean, I don't know what it. They're like visa hunters or like refugees, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
They talk you up. They want to like smooze you and so they want to date you and go out with you. And you're like, oh wow, this is going really well, like way farther than I thought it was gonna go. And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, so I'm like, I don't have a citizenship here, and that comes out later, right? They're like, they're just like they want to start dating and pushing and like talking about moving
And
in.
then yeah, you get
on, like, the
married,
third
and then she
date,
becomes
yeah.
a citizen, and then you get divorced.
Yeah, and then you have a friend of a friend, like, oh,
There's
so
people
the
who
second
do
time, yeah, the first time this girl was saying that she could pay me to
I think that's
marry her.
illegal.
It's like a federal offense. Yeah, I'm
to
pretty
just
sure.
get
Yeah.
married and divorced.
Let us know in the comments. No, you can't. No, you have to prove to like to the government that you intend to be married and like this isn't a fucking sham or whatever.
It's not a green card marriage. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. So that one girl was basically like telling that she never came out right and said it, but she was pushing very heavily for a relationship, and she didn't have much time to stay in the States. And a few months later, after I fucking like, I had to ghost her because she got really fucking too crazy for me. She was married to some fucking American kid, and it was posted all over Instagram, Facebook, like the whole like 9 yards. And she's like 30 something. He's like younger than me. There's like 20, 22, 23, whatever.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, she fucking was like hunting because I told her no like 3 times, and then she like I literally one night I was leaving work, and she was holding onto my car window, and she was like, I need you to be with me, and I was like, no,
Bye.
click, like yeah, and, like get
roll
the
her fingers
fuck
up in the
yeah,
window.
yeah. And I'm like as I'm gonna accelerate now. I'm leaving this parking lot, and she's like, why are you doing this to me? I'm like, cause you're fucking scaring me. You're crazy.
You're fucking
Yeah,
insane.
and then to see that girl get married like a few months later, I'm like, what the
just
fuck?
hunting,
Yeah.
hunting for that citizenship.
after like yeah, like oh, and now
When I got to my unit in the Marine Corps, they had just gotten back from Australia, and that was something like a lot of people were saying. It's like there's a lot of women in Australia that Marine soldiers, like all of our military's in and out of parts of Australia, and so like those women over there are always trying to like wife up Americans. So they
what
can
about
come
like
over
other
here.
countries like Singapore or like
Maybe I would think like I don't know. To me, I feel like that would happen a lot in Japan.
yeah.
Okinawa, there's a massive Marine Corps base. And And my unit went there a couple times, I believe.
Well,
But,
I just remember like guys going to like those countries, like those two we just mentioned, and they're like,
fall in love with a Japanese woman, and then
yeah,
bring
well,
her
no,
over.
they brag like, oh my god, these women just love us, and they're all over us like we're gods. I'm like,
I think
maybe because they're trying to fucking wife you or
there's
like
that, but also I think in Australia specifically, it's like 3 women to every 1 guy. Like the ratio was just, and so
interesting. Yeah, but I don't know. That wouldn't make like women. I don't know. Like, I feel like if they know you're American and they can like maybe somehow, maybe that's let us know in the comments. I'm
Are
probably
you
out.
Australian in the comments?
I'm definitely out of my
Teach me
element.
how to kick.
Yeah. Because I definitely met a shit ton of people not from the States and from other countries, and a lot of them had no like desire or inclination or want to like go to the States. So there's that, and then other people.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Some
mean,
people are
well,
like,
there's
yeah,
that
maybe
too.
I'll go to America
Maybe in
one day.
Australia.
Some people want to go to America. Some people don't give a fuck about going to America. So
I
it's like,
believe in America.
yeah. So it's just like, yeah, I heard it's cool. I just don't want to go. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Whatever. If you love your country, like stay here and go for it. Like
Yeah.
I'm not. So I can't sit here and say like, oh, all these people are just trying to like wife up or like get hitched with these Americans because everyone's pining to come to America. Like that's not.
And then
yeah.
dudes in the military notorious for getting married after knowing the chick for like 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Right. Yeah.
That stripper in the strip club is in love with me.
Damn, bro. Vietnam gave us a bad rap.
You don't know, man. You weren't there.
Yeah. Right. So I've seen in movies. But yeah, I had a buddy tell me like girls in like those kind of countries are just like, oh, they're all over the place and they're so easy. And I'm like, yeah, because they probably want to get knocked
Yeah,
up
they
by
wanna
you or some
fucking-
shit. Now you have their baby, or vice they have your baby, and now you're fucked, or not, whichever. Or you can renounce your citizenship and stay over there.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Dude, I had this corpsman tell me one time, not to go off track, but I had this corpsman tell me one time that they were like helping. They went to like Haiti or something for like to help the refugees because they just had the earthquake.
Mhm.
They were over there and like helping these pregnant ladies who like it's a hurricane. The place is in fucking shambles, but these pregnant ladies are giving birth. And
Did
anyway,
you say hurricane or earthquake?
Earthquake.
Okay.
Haiti had an earthquake, right? Yeah, years and years ago.
Okay.
And it was really devastating. Anyway, they were like helping the survivors and refugees, and like he was helping this one lady give birth, and they took her on the ship, which is technically something. It's technically considered
Like
US
a
soil.
sovereign. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
no,
now
no,
it's-
it belongs to the U.S.
You're in
So,
America now. Yeah.
Yeah, that baby was born on a ship, so technically it was an American, and that was a big no-no. So they were
Damn.
like, "You cannot come on the
Oh.
ship. We have to deliver your baby in the dirt." No, I'm just kidding. Probably not in the dirt, but I remember him telling you that. I was like, "Damn, that's kind of a."
Yeah, they must have like a lawyer, like an international like
I don't know.
legal team.
I don't know, but he was
Someone's
like,
got-
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he didn't. I don't know. He didn't get in trouble for it. He was pretty high-ranking dude.
I
But
mean, no, like when you put on paper, like, oh, so she gave birth on an American,
on a,
yeah,
a ship.
like a military
Yeah,
vessel.
which technically, I don't know. He was like, the baby came out. She was like,
So that's my thing-
American, American.
That's my thing too, though. Like, they're fighting for that whole argument. You're having that discussion. That to me says or smells like you want to make it an American baby. Like if you have to make it that.
Well,
right.
especially if your country just had like a really devastating earthquake and you're
I
it's
guess,
in
yeah.
shambles.
They want to call it
That'd be a
coincidence,
good
but then they
way.
want to make an argument saying like, or
know.
whoever they are, I don't fucking know. They're like, but if you're bringing up that case, the argument, like, well, if it was on the American boat, that makes him American. Like,
I think technically
I could be on a cruise to like
it's
Mexico.
international waters, but if it's a
what
if it's a U.S. based ship, I wonder if it's considered U.S. soil.
if my girl gave birth on a Norwegian cruise line. Are we Norwegian now? Is she
I don't-
Norwegian?
I don't
like,
know.
yeah.
But I do know, to go back to Japan, if you're stationed in Okinawa and you have a baby over there, but it's born obviously like it would be born in the naval hospital on base, anywhere on base in Japan is considered U.S. soil.
That's crazy.
So that baby would be an American, but
Yeah.
it was born in
That
Japan.
makes sense though. I don't know. Yeah. Hence military brats and whatnot.
I always thought that was kind of unique in its own way.
Damn, that's almost like we claim this land because this is our base.
I mean, we raised
Yeah.
a flag on it.
Ugh.
The Japanese were like, "You won't take Iwo Jima," and the Marines were like, "Fuck
Hold
you,"
my beer.
and did it in 3 days. Semper Fi, hoorah!
Yeah, but they dropped the.
Yeah,
So,
that came later though. That came later.
Treading lightly here.
You're gonna knock this off.
But yeah. Okay.
We're
So
gonna be like, "Ugh."
back to the money for marriage.
Money
deal.
for nothing, dire straits.
Yeah. Chicks are for free. What? Yeah. So the one girl was like telling me that like there could be money if I married her, and then I was like, how much potentially? And I remember the number was $25K. I don't fucking know why. It was
How?
like-
Where does this money come from?
so yeah. So it was that number. It's like from
Does an Iranian prince pay you?
uncles or relatives from like her country. It was I don't want to say the country because I'm not trying to fucking blast them. Anyways, and then a few years
Can
later,
you give me a hint, like the region?
Europe.
All right.
I'll give you a
I think I
continent.
know. I think I know.
I
I'm
mean,
not
I don't.
gonna
There's
say it.
probably other countries that do the same shit or whatever. Maybe it's coincidence that these families in these different countries do this thing or whatever. But then, like, so a few years later, it's like 4 or 5 years later. I'm with a friend who has a coworker with her. Like, we all met up after drinks, whatever, somewhere. And she was like, "Hey, like, you're single, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what? I am. What about it?" Actually, I was trying to like get with that girl all the time. She goes, "Well, my friend here is not American, but she's from here, and she would love to date you. And if you're down with it, she'll marry you and give you $25,000."
What she look like?
And I'm like, dark haired, brown eyes, like pale skin. I don't know. Like that's
From
could
Europe.
be, yeah. And I'm like, so you're telling me right now that she wants to date me and potentially marry me, and I'll get $25,000. We're at the bar. She's like, it's still like hypothetical. Like if
Did
you're
they
if
just
you're
like
with it.
approach you out of nowhere? Or
No,
was-
like we were talking and drinking
Oh.
and shit and like shooting the shit, whatever. But like I'm trying to like talk with
She's
the
like,
girl at the time, and then she's
you
like,
see my
"Oh,
friend over there? She
yeah,
thinks
yeah,
you're
yeah,
cute.
yeah,
Like one of
exactly,
those.
yeah." And she'll marry you right now for 25 grand, and I'm like, "Why is it always 25,000? Like what? What?" My first thought was like, "What kind of car can that get me?" Like I don't know, like
That's the first thing. Like,
yeah.
what kind of car?
I was like, "Well, I could be facing potential like federal charges or like some kind of like indictment or like
I don't.
fucking they're gonna investigate if I don't know how it happens, but I'm pretty
Maybe.
sure if you marry a person and they pop up as, oh, this person now becomes like a legal citizen or
Yeah.
they get to apply for like
I'm
whatever.
pretty sure that's what a green card marriage is.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking
But, like,
investigate or open an investigation, and they're gonna
I
sign
think-
someone.
I think they would do that only if you got divorced. The marriage, they don't. I don't think
The
they give a
marriage-
fuck about the marriage.
But that lets them stay in the country though.
Yeah.
They know that's what I'm saying, and
Yup.
they no longer need like the visa or any of that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
They
yeah.
they now basically have like I guess it's a loophole they created in their own system that they become a full fledged citizen.
I
in
I
a
don't know how
sense.
it works.
I don't
but-
either. Please let us know. I love those podcasts where they're always like everyone's fact checking everything, so that they're not like politically incorrect and they're always right, like Crowder.
The
or whatever.
comment section is gonna be fucking full
Yeah,
after
dude,
this one.
that'd be amazing. Yeah, please destroy us and give us all the smoke. We would take it.
If you've listened to this
Dude.
point in the podcast, please put down. I listened to this point in the comments downstairs.
Cement the commence.
Cement the comments.
Commence the comments in the cement. And also just rail us a new asshole.
If they don't
But
take
yeah,
this one down.
so they all fact check and like so they're not flagged or like
I don't know,
spreading false information. But we're just like, I've heard this or that, and we're just like, let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah. I heard your
What
mother
would you do?
has a lot of extracurricular activities outside of work, but let us know. And by that I mean she bangs a lot of dudes.
I ain't your daddy.
Dude, there's like a 5-second delay.
I do not know what just happened. I was not paying attention. Sorry.
Your mother's a hoe. All of a sudden it's like, ha ha. Anyways, not your mom. I'm just
How long have we been going?
facts. But yeah, I don't know why it's always 25,000. The girl was cute, very pretty. Just a very, really, really weird proposition, like the swinger one. At least I would have got money out of it, but also facing like however many years in prison. I'm not a good liar. I'd get caught. I'd be like, "Yeah, we fucked," and she
She
gave me
fucked me for my money.
she gave me a free Hyundai. So, like, that's how I looked at it. And I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do it.
Oh my lord, with this mic stand, bro. Anyways,
See, that was a hard pass on that one, as with the swingers and the flat earther that try to convert me to his strong.
I don't understand flat earthers. That's a
Yeah.
whole nother conversation.
Dude.
It's
just-
literally like been proven wrong.
It blows my mind, and I love the fact
And
that they're
people
still
just
they're
are-
out there. Yeah,
Yeah, they just refuse to
living their best life.
to know the truth. What is the purpose of like,
They know the truth.
they do. I'm not gonna argue with flat earthers. If you're a
we
flat earther, put
are
that in the
the
comments.
ignorant.
And rip me a new butthole,
Yeah. Enlighten us, please.
please.
Remove us from underneath this rock of
This video
ignorance.
is gonna get canceled.
Hell yeah. Let's end it there.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Well,
you guys.
if you listen this far, thanks for listening. It's been a wild one, but
Don't get any flag comments or leave any mentions of like things that
Don't give
YouTube,
us any
like,
dislikes. Like
Yeah.
the video.
yeah,
We don't ever say that. Like the video.
or
Give us a thumbs up.
tell us what you like to not like about this video.
Do that.
If you love to hate us, let us know.
If you hate to love us, let us know. Follow us on Instagram. Click the little bell so you can get notifications whenever we upload. And keep watching, please. We appreciate it. We love making content for you guys, the listeners.
And sharing our
Stories
Yeah.
with people who want to listen.
that are 100% accurate.
We're unapologetically ourselves, and we're not going to stop for nobody.
And we don't fact check shit.
Yeah, we don't.
That's your job.
That's our problem. We just
We
spit
let
things out,
you-
and then like hopefully
Yeah.
like we think we know the right answer. So
We only know what we don't know. That's for you to find out.
yep.
What we don't know.
Thanks for watching. Do everything.
I'm Steve.
I'm Rogers.
Florida Crack Chronicles.
Signing off.
Peace.
Peace.